Hey, thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Want to throw this out there to you so you are aware if this applies to you or applies to somebody that you may know. Please share the information. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff. I really appreciate it. If you want to support the channel in other ways, consider being a member. You can do that by going to the homepage. You will see the highlighted members scrolling across there and join button. Thank you so much to all you members. All right, so the headline here is more service members eligible for benefits. Now, let's dive into it. This is directly from the VA as they amended some of their rules and regulations with regard to accessing benefits. So I wanted to jump into it here. Let's go to this. All right, so more service members eligible for benefits after the VA amends character of discharge barriers. All right, VA is implementing a new regulation regarding character of discharge determinations, allowing more former service members to become eligible for VA benefits regardless of their military discharge. Generally, to receive VA benefits and services, a former service member's character of discharge must be under other than dishonorable conditions. That would mean honorable, under honorable conditions, or general. So it's those three that typically will get you into the doorway of benefits, and then the other ones have bigger hurdles. So let's move on. So, however, while VA cannot change the discharge status provided by the Department of Defense, that's a whole other process, and you can go after that if you would like to get a discharge basically amended. VA is required to make a determination on eligibility for VA benefits for all individuals who receive a dishonorable discharge. Understanding VA benefits and character of discharge. When VA receives a claim from a former service member, it reviews their character of discharge to determine if they meet the basic requirements to be eligible for VA benefits. Any discharge under honorable conditions satisfies the character of discharge requirement for basic eligibility. However, certain types of discharges and certain circumstances may prevent an individual from receiving benefits. These claims require an additional review to determine eligibility for benefits. And so what they're talking about here is the VA actually has the ability to do a discharge upgrade for VA purposes. And that's kind of what they're talking about here, so let's move on. What are the new changes? Well, the new regulation expands access to care and benefits for certain former service members by, and there's 3 bullet points here, eliminating the regulatory bar for homosexual acts involving aggravating circumstances or other factors affecting the performance of duty. That's a mouthful. Next one, defining the circumstances under which the willful and persistent misconduct bar will apply. Lastly, creating compelling circumstances expectations for the statutory bar of absent without leave for 180 days or more, and regulatory bars for moral turpitude, I can't say it, and willful and persistent misconduct. These changes make the character of discharge process more objective and lead to more consistent adjudication of claims. These modifications are the first of its kind in over 4 decades and will increase the number of former service members found eligible for certain VA benefits based on determinations of honorable service for VA purposes. What do these changes mean for me? This VA character of discharge determination does not change the Armed Forces characterization of service and has no effect on the former service member's military discharge status. VA determination is a VA benefits and services eligibility purposes only. VA claims processors are now processing character of discharge determinations with a more objective view. If you believe your discharge falls under any of the updated criteria, or a compelling circumstance may affect your discharge, we encourage you to apply for VA care and benefits today. VA also invites all former service members who previously received a negative character of discharge determination from VA to submit a VA Form 210995 decision review request a supplemental claim. So you'd file a supplemental claim. Once reviewed, claims processors will reevaluate the claimant's records using the new guidance. VA encourages former service members who received an unfavorable discharge to apply for VA care and benefits today. You can submit a claim to a VA regional office near you or your work with a trained professional, like a VA accredited representative or VSO, which I'm a big fan of. It's nice to have that second set of eyes. Make sure your T's are crossed, I's are dotted, especially for the more complicated type of claims. To get help, they can help you file your claim for disability compensation and other benefits as well. Other options can include calling the 800 number, 1-800-827-1000. And I will tell you, you can also call that number, the 800-827-1000 number. Call them and you can put in an intent to file over the phone. Very easy to do. My suggestion always is inspect what you expect, right? Call in again like 3 days later and make sure that your intent to file is actually in place. All right, you can call that number Monday through Friday between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then remember that the VA will never charge you for assistance filing for benefits. To protect yourself against fraudulent claims, you have the right to verify anyone's credentials before filing a claim or providing personal information. For more about applying for benefits and the character of discharge determinations, you can actually go to the VA's website for that specific section, which is the applying for benefits and your character of discharge. And just because this is the topic, I'm going to read, it's just a little opening page here. I'm going to read through this for you. So it says here, applying for benefits and your character of discharge. Generally, to receive VA benefits and services, veterans' character of discharge or services must be under other than dishonorable conditions. Again, that would be honorable, under honorable conditions, or general. However, individuals receiving undesirable or bad conduct and other than honorable discharges may qualify for VA benefits depending on the determination made by VA. Again, VA can do a character of discharge upgrade for VA purposes only. We issue a final rule amending our regulations regarding character of discharge determinations, expanding access to VA care and benefits for some former service members discharged under other than honorable conditions or by special court-martial. The final rule is effective as of June 25th, 2024. The new regulation expands access to care and benefits for certain former service members by, and again, there's the 3 bullet points are outlined here again, eliminating the regulatory bar for homosexual acts involving aggravating circumstances or other factors affecting the performance of duty as a bar to benefits, creating a compelling circumstances exception. Compelling circumstances exception for certain former service members. And then lastly is opening the door for previously denied service members to reapply for benefits. Our character of discharge determination does not change the Armed Forces characterization of service and has no effect on the former service member's military discharge status. Our determination is for VA benefits and services eligibility purposes only. We encourage former service members with other than honorable and bad conduct discharges to apply for VA care and benefits today. We will carefully consider the circumstances of your discharge and determine if you are eligible. So, with that, the takeaway is there's 2 kind of processes when it comes to your discharge status. One is you can work with the DOD branch, all that stuff, and work for an actual upgrade to your discharge, right? Get it reevaluated depending on your circumstances. May or may not work, may or may not happen. Then you also have the VA side of the house, which they can provide an upgraded discharge status for VA purposes only, depending on the circumstances. If you were denied before June of 2024, probably reapply because you just don't know if they will take exception this time. Remember that bullet point, compelling circumstances exception. So you would have to write it out, spell out your compelling circumstances expectation that led to your unfavorable discharge, and see if that resonates. With that, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Have a great one. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.